Hey guys, it's Google again with another ROM review, and this time I am revisiting the Sultan's LineageOS for the OnePlus 3, so stay tuned for that. So guys, the Sultanxda's LineageOS, it's one of the most famous ROM for the OnePlus 3 because he was one of the first developers to bring a really amazing camera to Custom ROM Scene, and also the battery and also dash charging and all that. He is a great developer and we all expect a lot from this developer. So let's get started. First of all, this is Lineage. This is the basic Lineage package which you should expect out of this ROM. No fancy stuff, no extra features, just the basic Lineage, so keep that in mind. Let's go to the About Phone page. In the About Phone page, you can see it is LineageOS updates. It does work out. You will get updates from Sultanxda's builds, and this is an built-in updater which should work out. It does work out really well. It is 7.1.2. Lineage has not moved on to 15 yet. 14.1, 25, 11, 12, 17 version is the latest version available. He hasn't really said it is a final version or something like that, but I do have my hopes that it is the final version and we will be moving on to Oreo soon. Now security patches is 6th November, so that's really cool. Now kernel is a special kernel, and this is what makes this ROM. The kernel is an amazing kernel which is really good at a lot of things, which I will be covering in quite some time. SLN status is enforcing as a Nougat ROM is. As I've already said, this is the basic Lineage stuff. There aren't a lot of features which you might be able to see here, but still, let's get to the features. Now first of all, everything still works out really well. I have been using VLTE. VLTE is working, but there is no status bar indicator as with a Lineage based ROM. Don't need to worry about that. In the display options, there is live display, which has been a really good feature. I like it a lot because I keep it on dynamic, so that's something there. Ambient display is available, but this is the Lineage stuff, nothing special going on here. Prevent accident wake up is available, and this was one of the first ROMs which had implemented the sensor wake up for pocket mode, so that's really cool. Front end display selector is available. Display burn-in protection is also available, which is great for people who want to keep using this ROM or this phone for quite some time. Now in the sound options, you do have a few options. You do have increased ringtone, vibrate for calls. Increased ringtone is something which I use on all my stock ROMs, so that's something there. And it does have gesture options, and this is the Lineage style gesture options with all of these features available. You can customize stuff all of this. Does work out really well. Button customization is available. You do have on-screen button customization, not something which I use normally, but it's still there. Long press power button for torch when the screen is off, and also it has automatic turn off, which is great for people who do have a messy hand. Power menu customization is available, which you can customize from here. Home button customization, search assistant and all that is available. Also, I normally keep turn off the screen with double tap on the power button or the home button. Works out really well. Reset button volume cursor control is available for keyboard cursor control and also control playback. I really like that, and all the stuff which I basically love is still there. Additional button control, it does have notification slider. All of these are the available options, and it does work out. No issues with notification slider. It does work out really well. Now in the security options, it does have a few things extra, such as directly show pin entry. Scramble layout is available, which is really cool. Double tap anywhere to sleep can be enabled here, and also show weather, which is great. But for the most part, I could not get any option for the show weather options. I don't know where the options for that is. It seems there should be somewhere available. Now also, being a Lineage based ROM, it does have privacy guard, which is great. You can customize that. Also, protected application is available. I haven't set that out because I don't use that, but it is available for those who want to use that. Now status bar options are available, where you can customize the clock and date style. Also the battery style can also be customized from here, which does work out really well. Brightness slider across the status bar, automatic auto brightness and brightness control by sliding across the status bar. All of that options are available. And that is pretty much it with the features on this ROM. As I've already said, this isn't a feature rich ROM. If you want a ROM with a lot of features, go for something else. There is Sultanized version of Resurrection Remix, which gives you almost everything which this ROM gives, but more features. But there are a few things which this ROM excels in, which is the next topic, that is the battery life. The performance, I'm gonna give it a 5.5 because 5 is where I've had ROMs where there are no issues, there are no features like status bar control. This ROM does have status bar control and stuff like that, so that is still a bit better, but the stock ROM even has a little bit more features than that. 5.5 it is for this ROM. Now the battery life, and as I have been preaching for quite some time now, this is where this ROM shines, as in shines a lot. The battery life has been amazing for me. Let me just show you guys the curve here. Now this is where I have been using this slope which you see. That is where I have been using AKD. I just want to try this out. I have been using this for 2 days prior to messing around with AKT, but you can see the parallel line here. This was from my yesterday's night usage. I filled up my battery 100% before I went to sleep, and the battery drain overnight was about 0.4 to 0.5%, which is amazing. I've never had that kind of a drain on any ROM which I've used, and it is amazing. The feeling which you get when you take up your phone and the battery is down at 98%, that is amazing. 2% battery drain over the night is amazing, so I really like that. But still, in normal usage also, the active drain was around 10%, 9% to 11% bouncing around here and there, but that is still an amazing battery life which I have seen on this ROM. Idle drain is less than 1% most of the time. Right now you can see it's showing 0%, but I have an AKD profile right now enabled, which is the battery Zana. I'll be getting that, but for the most part it's an amazing battery life giving ROM. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 because this is the benchmark. I mean, this is the upper echelon which I've reached right now, so yeah, 9 out of 10 for battery life. Now comes the performance of the ROM. The performance of the ROM, it's kind of strange because I know that this ROM is an underclocked ROM for better battery life and all that, but I still get a pretty good battery life or pretty good performance with it. The average score which I got was about 139,846. Still pretty good in terms of other Lineage based ROM. 130,000 is normally what I get with a Lineage based ROM, and this one is about the same, but I know this is underclocked ROM, so not really sure what is happening, but it's gonna get a 6 out of 10 for performance. Now the stability. Sultan never releases a ROM which is unstable. I've never used a ROM from him which is unstable. That is true in here also, but again, it is a Nougat ROM. It is supposed to be stable as of right now because it's transitioning on to Oreo. You won't get anything more stable than this. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 for stability. Now the camera. Camera, again, as I've already mentioned when I started this video, Sultan's camera is one of the best cameras you can get with a custom ROM, apart from Gcam of course. Gcam is still my favorite. I would like to have that. Few points lost on this one is because there is no manual mode or pro mode which is available with OxygenOS or stock ROM. That's the only thing which I think is missing in this one. There is video, there is camera, there are a few options which is available for you can customize. There is ISO and exposure which you can customize, but not really intuitive enough in my opinion. So there are a few things which you can customize. I know there is a hidden menu for that, but most people don't really understand that or won't even find it. But the front facing camera is amazing. I have never used, I've always had great luck with Sultan's front facing camera, which is great, and I really like that. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 for the camera, which is really nice. Now comes the aesthetics of the ROM. The aesthetics of the ROM is where this one fails a lot. It doesn't have OMS support, it doesn't have color profile, it doesn't have anything which is there. You are stuck with this one for quite some time. Now, just because it does not have OMS support does not mean you can't use substratum, but you have to use the legacy mode, which is layers, and that might cause a little bit of problems here and there, so that might be it. But again, missing out on OMS is a bummer. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 for aesthetics. Now the overall experience. Now before I get into that, I did try AKT profiles and try to get that working. Right now I'm running Project Zana battery, which is a battery profile, and it's supposed to increase the battery life. This is the one which I'm running, but to be honest, I'm not getting any improvements in battery life. On the contrary, I'm getting a worse battery life with active drain with this one enabled. I'm getting an average of about 15 to 16% with Project Zana. So I'm gonna conclude that this kernel does not take advantage of AKT, but that doesn't matter because the idle drain or active drain with the stock configuration has been great. I was getting about 10%, 11% was the highest, so I'm still gonna go with this ROM because of battery life, even though you cannot use AKT or may not have any benefit of using AKT. So just wanted to get that out of the way. For overall experience, I'm gonna say this is a great ROM. It has been working out really well for me. Just the battery life aspect of this ROM has blown me away. I knew that this one was a great battery life giving ROM, but I forgot how much better it is. And also the camera, it's probably better than any other custom ROM out there. Maybe PA is something which can catch up to it, and also OxygenOS, because as I've already mentioned in the OxygenOS review, I guess FreedomOS review, I've been taking a few certificates photograph with cam scanner, and consistently this ROM also was getting a better photograph than I was getting with other custom ROM like Resurrection Remix. So that is again something there. For overall experience, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 because it has been great. Let me show you guys the boot animation, which is pretty cool. So here is the boot animation for LineageOS by Sultanxda, but as you can see, this is the basic Lineage boot animation with the sliver going on, and there you have it. Goes to Lineage, pretty good. And I guess that much is it about the ROM. As I've already said, this is a very stable. Performance is pretty okay, even though it has an underclock, and the battery life is stellar. If you want a ROM with battery life, every time someone asks me about a battery life giving ROM, I always point towards this ROM and also the Vertex ROM. But the Vertex ROM hasn't been updated for quite some time because I guess the developer has moved on to the higher phone, that is the OnePlus 5. That things happen, but this is still updated. This is the ROM you want if you want stellar battery life. It's amazing. I'm telling you, it's great. So yeah, do give it a try. So yeah, I guess that much is it about the ROM then. I'm gonna give it a final score is 7.176165 That is going to be rounded off to 7.2, which is amazing, and I really like it. So yeah, I guess that much is it about the ROM then. Hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.